The restaurant was full. Crystal lights. Soft music. Rich people laughing. And in the middle of the hall, a rich girl's voice cut through the air. Sophie shouted, "Are you serious? You let this girl walk around in that dress?" Everyone turned. Mia stood frozen. Her hands held the sides of a simple blue dress. Her eyes were full of tears. Next to her, Eli, the waiter, whispered, "Please, she's just my sister." Sophie stepped closer, her heels clicking on the marble floor. "Your sister," she laughed loudly. "You're a waiter. Of course she looks cheap." People stared. Phones came out. Some started to record. If you were standing there, what would you feel? The Royal Crown restaurant was the most expensive place in the city. Rich people came there to show off, not just to eat. Eli worked there every evening. He wore a white shirt, black pants, and old shoes that hurt his feet. But he smiled every day. He needed the job. His father was sick. His mother cleaned houses. His younger sister, Mia, dreamed of becoming a fashion designer. She used to draw dresses on old newspapers. Then she stitched clothes from leftover fabric. Her small room was full of threads, needles, and paper sketches. One day, Eli came home with shining eyes. "Mia," he called, entering their tiny one-room house. Mia looked up from her sewing machine. "Yes, bye." Eli smiled. "Tomorrow there's a big birthday dinner at the restaurant. The owner said staff can bring family after work, only for 10 minutes. Come. I want you to see the decorations. Maybe you get ideas for your designs." Mia's face lit up. "Really? They will allow me?" "Of course," Eli said. "You're my sister." She nodded, nervous but happy. That night she stitched her best dress. Simple blue cloth. A white belt she made from an old curtain. She ironed it again and again. "This is all I have," she whispered to herself in the mirror. "But I will wear it with pride." The next evening, the restaurant was shining. Golden balloons. Fresh flowers. Long tables with fancy plates. It was a surprise party for Sophie's 21st birthday. Sophie was a rich girl. Her father owned hotels. She had hundreds of expensive dresses. Thousands of followers on social media. She liked only one thing more than money: attention. The party started. Eli ran from table to table, serving drinks and food. Near midnight, when work slowed down, he saw Mia standing quietly near the entrance. She held a small handmade gift bag. He rushed to her. "You came. Wow, you look nice." Mia blushed. "Do I look okay, bye? My dress is not like theirs." He looked at all the rich guests in shiny clothes. Then he looked at her. He smiled softly. "You look beautiful. Don't compare." He led her inside. Mia's eyes grew wide. "It's like a palace," she whispered. At that moment, Sophie was laughing with her friends near the cake table. She wore a designer dress that cost more than Eli's salary for 1 year. Her friend Grace noticed Mia first. "Who is that?" Grace said, frowning. "Why is a cheap girl inside?" Sophie turned and stared at Mia from head to toe. Her lips curled. Eli said quietly, "This is my sister. She just came to see the decorations. We will leave soon." Sophie raised her eyebrow. "Your sister? In this place?" Her voice grew louder so everyone could hear. She walked slowly toward Mia. "What are you wearing?" Sophie asked. "Is this a curtain or a dress?" Some rich guests laughed. Mia's hands started to shake. I made it myself," Mia said softly. "We don't have much, but..." Sophie cut her off. "Oh, now you want pity." She took the edge of the belt in her fingers. "Look at this. So funny. This is a 5-star hotel, not some street market." Eli stepped forward. "Please, She's studying designing. This is her work. Don't insult her." Sophie glared at him. "You are a waiter. You don't talk when I'm talking." The manager, Mr. Carter, watched from far but didn't move. He was scared to upset Sophie's powerful father. Sophie turned back to Mia. "You know what?" she said loudly. "You're ruining my party. Everyone is staring at your poor dress. She grabbed the thin white belt and pulled it hard. The stitches broke with a small ripping sound. Mia gasped. The dress loosened a bit. She clutched it to her chest, face red with shame. Laughter. Whispering. Phones recording. A guest murmured, someone should stop her. Another said, sure, that's Mr. Hale's daughter. Don't get involved. Tears slipped down Mia's cheeks. I'm sorry, she whispered. I didn't mean to disturb anyone. I'll leave. She turned and ran toward the door, holding her dress. Eli looked at Sophie with hurt and anger. But he knew if he shouted, he would lose his job. He followed Mia out, eyes wet. Behind them, in a corner, a young man who was doing video work for the party checked his camera. He had captured everything. He looked at the screen and whispered, people need to see this. At the end of the night, Sophie posted smiling birthday photos. She did not know that a different video was about to post. A video that would change everything. The next morning, the city woke up as usual. But one video did not. The waiter's friend, the young cameraman, uploaded the clip online with the title, Rich Girl Tears Poor Girl's Dress at Her Own Party. The video showed Sophie's face clearly. Her laughing. Her tearing the belt. Mia crying. Within hours, comments started. Who acts like this? This is pure bullying. Respect people, no matter how they dress. Soon, the clip hit thousands of views. Then millions. At breakfast, Sophie sat at a long glass table, scrolling her phone. She smiled at her birthday photos. Wow, I look amazing. Then Grace texted. Check trending. Now. Sophie opened the trending tab. Her smile disappeared. She saw herself on the screen, pausing at the moment she ripped the belt. No way, she whispered. She played it. She heard her own words. You're ruining my party. Is this a curtain or a dress? You're a waiter. You don't talk when I'm talking. Her heart started to beat fast. Dad, she shouted. Mr. Hale, her father, walked in with a newspaper. Yes, princess. She held up the phone with shaking fingers. Look. Someone posted this. People are hating me for no reason. He watched the video in silence. His face turned serious. Who filmed this? He asked. I don't know, she snapped. They cut everything. That girl shouldn't even be there. Mr. Hale looked at her coldly. That girl is still a human being. And this is very bad for our hotels. Sponsors already started calling. Her eyes widened. Sponsors. He nodded. We had a big deal with a fashion brand. They don't want a face linked to bullying. They said they are reconsidering you for their new campaign. Sophie's mouth fell open. They can't do that. I'm Sophie Hale. Mr. Hale's voice stayed hard. The world doesn't care about your ego. It cares about image. Fix this. Fast. He left the room. Sophie sat there, shaken. For the first time, she felt small. On the other side of the city, in a narrow street, Mia sat on her bed, phone in hand. The video played again. She could not watch without crying. Turn it off, Mia, Eli said softly. It hurts me to see you like this. Mia wiped her eyes. Bye, everyone is looking at me. What if they laugh? What if they say I am drama? Eli sat next to her. People are supporting you. Look at the comments. He read aloud. She is brave for even walking into that place. Her dress is simple but pretty. Whoever stitched that blue dress has talent. Mia whispered, they like my dress. Eli smiled. Yes. They do. Just then, his old phone rang. Hello. A woman's clear voice came from the other side. Is this Eli? She asked. Yes, This is Grace Carter. I'm calling from GC Fashion House. Eli almost dropped the phone. Fashion House? Mia stared at him, confused. The woman continued, I saw the video. But I did not just see bullying. I saw a dress with very unique stitching. Did your sister design it? Eli swallowed. Yes, She made it from old fabric. We don't have money for real cloth. The woman paused. What is her name? Mia. Grace said, I want to meet Mia. We are preparing a big charity fashion show at the Royal Crown Hotel. We want real stories. Real talent. Can you both come tomorrow? Eli's hand shook. Yes, yes, we will come. He ended the call and turned to his sister, eyes shining. Mia, he said, voice breaking. They saw you. They saw your work. Mia covered her mouth. Tears flowed again, but this time they were tears of hope. The next day, the Royal Crown Hotel looked even grander. Huge banners. Bright lights. A big stage for the fashion show. Backstage, models rushed around in designer clothes. And in one corner, Mia stood quietly, holding her sketchbook. She still wore simple clothes. But today, her shoulders were a little straighter. Grace Carter, the famous designer, walked up to her. Grace smiled kindly. You must be Mia. Mia nodded nervously. Yes, Grace opened Mia's sketchbook. She saw dresses drawn on every page. Simple, but creative. Full of small details. These are beautiful, Grace said. Did you learn somewhere? No, Mia said. We could not afford classes. I watched videos. Anne. I just tried. Grace looked moved. You learned on your own. That is real passion. Mia glanced down. But why am I here? I am nobody. Grace shook her head. Today, people will see who you are. She turned to Eli, who was standing nearby in his waiter uniform. Eli, Grace said, you will not serve food tonight. You will sit in the front row as a guest. Eli blinked. Guest? Me? Yes, she said. You are family of the designer. Designer. The word felt unreal to both siblings. Grace added, there is one more thing. The brand that was going to work with Sophie Hale has changed their mind. They want a new face for their Real Beauty campaign. They will announce it tonight on stage. Mia looked confused. Who is it? Grace smiled slowly. You will find out. The lights in the hall went down. The show was about to start. Eli and Mia took their seats in the front row. Far away, on the other side of the hall, Sophie walked in with her father. People stared. Some whispered. That's the girl from the video. Is she really coming here after what she did? Sophie heard them. Her chest felt tight. For the first time, she wanted to hide. Mr. Hale leaned down and whispered, behave well. One more mistake and you're finished. Sophie nodded, eyes on the floor. On stage, the host appeared with a mic. Tonight, he said, we show not just fashion, but stories. Stories of struggle and talent that comes from unexpected places. The first model walked. Then the second. Beautiful clothes. Loud music. Then the host smiled. And now, he said, the next collection is very special. It is called Blue Hope. Designed by someone you all saw in a viral video, but maybe did not truly know. Sophie's head snapped up. In a moment, the host said, we will reveal our surprise designer and the new face of the Real Beauty campaign. The crowd murmured. Sophie felt a cold fear inside. Please, she thought, please don't let it be her. The lights dimmed. A soft blue light filled the stage. The music changed to something calm and emotional. And then, the first model walked out. She wore a beautiful blue dress. Simple lines. White belt. Exactly like Mia's dress, but with better fabric and perfect stitching. The crowd gasped. The second model came. Another version. The third. The fourth. All dresses had the same heart. The same style. Sophie whispered, no, no way. On the screen behind the stage, the viral video started to play. But this time, there were words on it. This is not just a poor girl's dress. This is a designer's first work. The video showed Sophie's face again. Her laugh. Her cruel words. The hall went silent. When the video paused, the host walked back to the center of the stage. Everyone saw this video, he said. A lot of people focused on the bullying. But one person focused on the talent. Miss Grace Carter saw a future designer in that blue dress. He turned to the audience. Tonight, we present the girl from that video. Not as a victim, but as a creator. Spotlights moved. They stopped on Mia, sitting in the front row. Mia, the host called. Will you please join us on stage? Mia froze. Eli touched her hand. Go, he whispered, eyes full of pride. This is your moment. Her legs trembled as she walked up the steps. The audience clapped. Some even stood. Under the bright lights, she looked small but strong. Her eyes were wet, but she held her head high. The host smiled at her. Mia, did you ever think your dress would be on this stage? She shook her head. No, sir. I just wanted to make something beautiful with what I had. He handed her the mic. Do you want to say anything, he asked, to the girl who tore your dress? The room held its breath. Mia took a deep breath. Her voice shook, but she spoke. I don't hate her, Mia said. Hate doesn't fix anything. It just hurts more. I only want to say this. She looked out at the people, and her eyes stopped on Sophie. Never judge someone by their clothes. You don't know their story. You don't know what they are fighting. My dress was cheap. But my dreams are not. The hall exploded in applause. Sophie felt like the floor was breaking under her feet. Her face burned with shame. She saw herself on the big screen, bullying a girl who was now being celebrated. Mr. Hale leaned in. You will stand up now, he whispered, and you will apologize. In front of everyone. Or you are no daughter of mine. His words hit her hard. Her ego cracked. Sophie stood up slowly. Everyone watched. She walked down the aisle, her heels not so confident this time. Her hands were shaking. She climbed the steps. The lights hit her eyes. For the first time in her life, Sophie felt small, like a child who did something very, very wrong. She faced Mia. Mia, she said, voice weak. I am sorry. The hall was silent. I had no right to insult you, Sophie continued, tears filling her eyes. I thought money made me better than you. I was wrong. Completely wrong. A tear rolled down her cheek. She turned to the audience. All of you saw my worst side, she said. I don't ask you to forget it. I just want to say, I will try to change. I will learn to respect people. No matter who they are. She looked back at Mia. Can you forgive me? She whispered. Mia looked at her for a long moment. She remembered the pain, the laughter, the ripped stitches. But she also saw a girl who was finally broken open. A girl learning humility. Mia nodded slowly. I forgive you, she said. But please, never do this to anyone again. Sophie burst into tears. In the front row, Mr. Hale closed his eyes, both ashamed and relieved. The host stepped forward again. And now, he said, we have one last announcement. He turned to the crowd. The Real Beauty campaign has chosen someone who knows what it means to create beauty out of struggle. Someone who stitched her dreams from scraps. He smiled at Mia. The new face of the campaign, and our youngest designer, is Mia. The hall roared. Eli stood up, clapping as hard as he could. Tears ran down his face. That's my sister, he shouted. Mia covered her mouth, crying, laughing, shaking all at once. She looked back at Sophie. For years, Sophie had everything. Money, fame, attention. Tonight, she had something new, humility. Later, backstage, Sophie walked up to Eli. I know I can never erase what I did, she said softly. But, if you ever need help for your sister's studies, or your father's treatment, please tell me. I want to do something good, for once. Eli looked at her quietly. He did not trust her fully yet. But he saw the truth in her eyes. We'll see, he said calmly. Real change takes time. Sophie nodded. She accepted that. On the ride home, Eli and Mia sat in a small taxi. Mia held the contract for her new job and scholarship. The city lights passed by the window like stars. Bye, Mia said. Yes. Do you think this is real? He smiled. You stitched your own future, Mia. Of course it's real. She rested her head on his shoulder. Never judge someone by their clothes, job, or money. Real beauty is in the heart, and real power is in kindness. When you humiliate others, you are only destroying your own character. But when you respect others, life will always find a way to respect you back. Thinking.